Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and welcome. I've got a fun technique to share with you today. I'm going to be colouring and adding shading to a silhouette image. I really struggle with stamping silhouettes in anything but black, so this is going to be fun for both of us. And I'm also going to test out these new pencils from Altenew, and I'd like to know what your opinion is of them in the description below. So let's get started. So today I'll be using the pen sketched silhouette set from Altenew, which is beautiful. It's part of a new release, so I've got another card that I've made at my blog, so if you head to that you'll also find some more inspiration, plus the hop and the chance to win, all of that jazz. It's linked in the description below. These are the watercolour pencils. So they're woodless. That means the whole pencil is watercolour. You're getting so much pigment in one pencil. And they're in the Altenew colours that we already know and love. Now what I like to do when I colour on my silhouette stamps is choose a fairly light colour to stamp with. And I want to make my flowers purple. So I have some wisteria ink and I'm stamping out the silhouette just in the centre of my card. I have no real agenda here. I just want to play and colour with these pencils. I did stamp my leaves out in the purple colour as well, because I knew that the green, when I coloured the green over top, it wasn't going to discolour too much. It actually looks like a shade. When you use purple and green to get together, it almost gives you a nice shaded effect, so I wasn't worried. I could have used a light green colour here, but I wanted some depth to these colours, so I didn't mind using the purple here at all, but you could use whatever you like. So how I like to lay my colour over the silhouette stamps is, especially where I'm doing the green colour here, I'm actually laying a base colour over the whole leaf, and that way I can come back a bit later on and add my shading. For the petals, they're a little bit harder to see, so I have got my packaging off to the side so that I can see where the petals are, because some of them are curled over and under and around, and if I look at the packaging, that's just going to give me a better idea. It doesn't really matter. You can change it up to suit your design. If you colour it wrong, it doesn't matter, because basically you're just using the silhouette as a guide. I've got two different colour purples here, and I will list all the supplies that I used today, including a full list of the pencils and inks at my blog, so the link will be in the description below. But what I like to do is add at least a couple of colours here. I've got a lighter and a darker purple. I started with my lighter colour just to kind of give me the outline of the petal, and then came in with the darker colour and added some simple shading. Came back with the lighter colour and almost went over the same area again to blend it out. I am using the wisteria ink that's in the centre of the petals. It's staying that same ink wisteria colour, and that's kind of what's giving me the highlight on these petals. I could come in with a white pencil and actually add some highlights if I wanted to. I'm not using these pencils as watercolours today. I'm just using them as typical pencils. So I've still got lots to play with these watercolour pencils. I still can't wait to actually give them more of a road test, and I will hopefully be able to share that with you along the way. One thing I do like to do with my shading though, and if you've been here before you'll already know this, is to come in with a colour that's a lot darker than what you think you need. And what I did here was do the centre of the flower with the black pencil, but then I also came in and added the black pencil to the petals on the flowers and also to the leaves. You'd think that would be too dark, but it's not. You just have to have a light hand, and you can always add more if you need to, as long as you haven't pressed too hard. I'm just colouring here on some Nina 80 pound cardstock. It's nothing special, and this seemed to work really well for me. I really like how these pencils coloured. It was a lot of fun to do. Now, like I said, this is part of a release, so head to my blog post, which is linked in the description below. But there's also a chance for you to win if you were here in November 2020, and I'll have all the links to all the other people hopping along, and you can get lots of inspiration for your card making and maybe more chances to win. I stamped out a sentiment here from the Mega Label Love set, and I did that in some industrial diamond, and just when I cut that out, it left a white edge because I cut it right up to the edge of the label. So I just showed you there that I'll come around the edge of the cardstock with a marker just to make that look like it's cut right up to the end. I added some Celebrations paper pad design paper on the edge and popped up the panel in the front with some white satin sequins. So I hope you've had fun here today. If you did enjoy yourself, please click on the thumbs up button to let me know that you did. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I look forward to seeing you here next time. Till then, happy paper crafting. Bye.